And joining us now to discuss these two cases further is former FBI agent Dennis Franks. Dennis, thanks so much for being here.
My pleasure. Good to be with you.
So these are two manhunts in different states. One suspect wanted for shooting police, the other for killing a judge. Dennis, I do want to start with the case in Tennessee where officers were shot. We know the suspect is the police chief's son who is calling for his arrest. The son has a history of criminal activity. He is a convicted felon. What are you tracking with this case? And do we know if there's any mental health issue component here?
Well, to me, this is a typical fugitive investigation. The crime has occurred. Now it's a matter of locating him. And I think what they'll do is go out and basically canvass neighborhoods, any known addresses, any associates, any cell phone activity they can track. Like I said, it's strictly a fugitive investigation at this point, and or a type of fugitive investigation. And I think in this, type of matter, it's also important, or what could be an important factor is, any money, any funds that might be available to pay people who have knowledge of his whereabouts and that would lead to his arrest.
Yeah, and Dennis, I don't want to interrupt, but you say it's typical. I mean, is it typical? This is the son of a police chief. There's a manhunt on for him right now for shooting officers.
Yes, my understanding is that there's been an estrangement with, the police chief and his son for some time, and that the police chief obviously is fully cooperating. It does kind of present an unusual set of circumstances, but from what I've gathered is that the police chief would, wants him in custody as well as everybody else.
Sure.
And it's probably, for his own well-being as much as anything else, I would think.
Yeah, and we did see the Nashville mayor quickly sending his support to the chief. He said, quote, "We can't be responsible for the choices of family members," and he is the right chief of police for Nashville. Yeah, that statement on our screen. Let's move to Maryland quickly with the time we have. We know a $10,000 reward being offered for information leading to Argote's arrest, who is suspected of killing a judge. This is the man. What are we tracking in terms of his connection to the judge, why he may have done this?
Yes, I mean, this is almost like a crime of passion, where the suspect has retaliated based on the judge's ruling, and again, this is one of those situations where I think they're going to the manhunt is going to involve various factors. I would think there's a task force involved. Anytime you kill a judge, or a public official, a court official, it's considered very serious, obviously, and it should be. And I think there's probably an all-out effort to. I would think there's a task force, comprised of multi-agencies that are searching for him, much the same way known associates, addresses, any telephone activity, and any of these situations, it's always important that people know things. I mean, at some point, somebody's going to know something that may be helpful, and hopefully that people are providing that information.
Yeah, certainly. And I thought it was interesting in this case, Dennis, that Argote, the potential suspect here, it seems the judge may have actually presided over his divorce case. So I know you were speaking of a potential crime of passion here. Former FBI agent Dennis Franks, appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.